This is Cousin Jack. This land is barren and broken, scarred like the face of the moon. Our tongue no longer spoken, the towns all around face ruin. Will there be work in New Brunswick, or will I find gold in the Cape? If I tunnel way down to Australia, how will I ever escape? Come on. Where there's a mine or a hole in the ground, that's where I'm headed for, that's where I'm bound. Look for me under the load or inside the bay. Where the copper and the clay and the arsenic and tin, running your blood to get under your skin. I'm leaving the county behind, and I'm not coming back. So follow me down, Cousin Jack. Soil was too poor to make it, granite and sea left no choice. No visions of heavens to stay low, John Wesley gave us a voice. Could Joseph once come to St. Michael's Mount, 2,000 years past in a dream, and you're working away in the darkness, deep in the heart of the sea. Where there's a mine, come on. Where there's a mine or a hole in the ground, that's where I'm headed for, that's where I'm bound. Look for me under the load or inside the bay. Where the copper, the clay, where the arsenic and tin, running your blood to get under your skin. I'm leaving the county behind, and I'm not coming back. So follow me down, Cousin Jack. Follow me to Canada, America, South Africa, Australia. Where there's a mine or a hole in the ground, I'm leaving the county. Must I leave my town? Camel, Red Roof, Lawson, Wadebridge, past Port Isaac. Remember us, remember our names, remember the white cross on the black flag. Yeah! And the waves crash to the shoreline. I dream, I dream. I dream of a bridge across the Tamar. It opens us up to the east. In my my dreams. I see the English living in our houses. I see the Spanish fishing in our sand. Where there's a mine or a hole in the ground, that's where I'm headed for, that's where I'm bound. Look for me under the load or inside the vein, where the copper and the clay, where the arsenic and tin run in your blood, they get under your skin. I'm leaving the county behind, and I'm not coming back. So follow me down, cousin Jack. Come on, follow me down, cousin Jack. Yeah, follow me down.
Good morning, Minecraft. How you doing? Wandering Beekeeper here. Good to be here. Good to be breathing, I suppose. I don't know, some days I'm less happy with that than others. I'm old. I'm dealing with all sorts of health issues. We all become disabled even mid-age. Something to keep in mind. So, yeah. A little bit of Cornish history to start off with. Been using that lately. Really ought to put in, I'm getting dropped frames here, like seriously mad dropped frames. What the heck is going on? Oh man. Just suddenly lit up red and dropped a whole bunch of frames. Spectrum, what are you doing here to me? This is terrible. 3.5%, 529 frames all of a sudden, boom. It's terrible. Don't usually have dropped frames like that. What the hell's going on? Now, we're going to try and do this anyway. I mean, that's what we're here for, right? And we're going to start off in the Nether with a very large and expensive machine. I am in the Craftoria mod pack, which has been an interesting journey. Let's just look at the quest book here. Sorry. Down, there we go. Craftoria goes in multiple directions kind of at once, as the map here might suggest. There is sort of a getting started thing, and there's a completionist checklist. There's a whole bunch of trophies that you can get if you... I haven't got a single one of them. I've poked around in this and playing it for a while and still haven't gotten through enough to get any of that. It's got a lot. It's got rather a lot. Uh-oh. There we go. Whew. Had me worried for a second. Oh, lordy, it's got a lot. Haven't done the, farming for blockheads trading station. I did do some stuff with cooking for blockheads, which we'll see. I do love cooking for blockheads. It's a great mod. I am a huge kitchen person in real life. I've been the family fancy cook for most of my life. You know, my wife likes to go mow the yard. I like to make dinner. It works for us. And so all the fancy cooking, the biryanis and the eggplant parmesan with the eggplants I grew out back, and so on, and it's all been me. So, a lot of stuff going on here with tech mods. Applied Energistics, an old friend. Just Dire Things, which I've been kind of idly poking at, but not really doing anything with yet. I'm a little nervous about it. Mechanism, which is everybody's favorite OP tech mod. Modern industrialization, which is more OP than mechanism, and that is a huge statement, and I'm going to back it up momentarily. Pneumatic craft. I'm hoping that this is doing. This is under 1.21, so it's got to be pneumatic craft repressurized. As long as it's not the old pneumatic craft, that thing had resource leaks and ticking entities like you wouldn't believe. Oh my god, the old pneumatic craft was such a great idea, but the mod leaked as badly as the pressure containment systems. PAWA, which is a simplified power generation mod. There's 3 magic mods. Ars Nouveau, which is an old friend and well loved, and what I'm using to build Chef Quest, and I may talk a little bit about that later. Occultism, which is one I've done before a long while back. If you go back into my VODs on YouTube, and the link will be up at the end of the stream. I'll put the YouTube link up on my end title card. I did occultism as part of the All the Magic mod pack. There was an All the Magic mod pack done back at 1.16.5, and there's a new All the Mods. All the Mods 10 is running right now, and it's a bit overwhelming. I've poked at it a little bit. There has not been an All the Magic mod pack since 1.16.5, which I think is a real tragedy. I'm learning how to write a mod pack, and more about that later. I think I've already mentioned it on previous streams. Occultism has a fantabulous storage system. Just amazing storage system. I mean, I moved my active stuff to it from Applied Energistics. It says that. That says a lot. Theurgy should properly be called alchemy because it's all alchemical work with refining sulfurs and so forth. Occultism is wild and strange and mostly about summoning and binding entities. It uses Arabic names like Afrit and Jinn, not in really appropriately. I'm going to call them out for appropriation there on the terminology. They're using it in weird ways that I'm not cool with, and I'm not Muslim. But I hesitate to think. But occultism is largely about summoning spirits and binding them into objects to make things function. And so there's a lot of ritual work, which means that there's a lot of ritual space. And we're going to go look at some of that ritual space momentarily. First, let's look at what I'm doing right here, because what I'm doing right here has been really fantabulously interesting. I do not know why I never thought to bring one of these beasts into the Nether. It just baffles me that it never occurred to me. This is a digital miner. It is end-game equipment for mechanism. It is one of the reasons why that mod is called OP by some people. I call it OP because of the mecha suit, which is basically Iron Man's armor. Once you have the mecha suit and by the time you have the mecha suit, you have all the other technology and mechanism. There is no stopping you. There's nothing that can take you down. You've become a god on the server, and it's kind of terrifying. Both from both sides. You end up with people with mecha suits flitting around doing terrible things to the terrain, and the digital miner is OP because of the massive gain you get to mining. This thing is also can also cause lag on a server, from what I am told. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I mean, it's basically the same thing as the old Buildcraft Quarry, just without the animated zoom. You know, without the mining head zapping back and forth. That was part of the lag, was the animation. Oh my god, animating that thing. Especially when the shaft got really deep and it's animating, you know, down 50, 60, 80, however many blocks. It's a lot of movement at a distance. A lot of rendering. The digital miner gets around that because the process itself is invisible to us right now. Now, I could turn the visuals on, but it won't do a whole hell of a lot. That's by design. Less animation means less load on the server and less load on the client, and you can use a more powerful tool. What it's doing is it's mining out everything below it, up to about, I think, 4 blocks below. There'll be, once I'm done, there will be a 25 block square void below me. If I drop mine down about 4 blocks, I should drop into an opening that's 25 blocks across square and goes down to lava. Technically, it goes down to bedrock, but this is the nether, and so it'll be full of lava. And it's pulling everything that is not netherrack. I set it up on an inverse filter, set it up to filter on netherrack, and then set it up on an inverse filter for a knot, and it's pulling everything that is not netherrack. So I'm getting huge amounts of blackstone and basalt and other goodies, and if we walk around here, the only way to contain the output from a digital miner realistically, you have to use an ultimate logistical transporter or some other sort of really high bandwidth pipe and feed it into an ME chest, and I've got a 256K ME item storage cell in there, and I have got 12,000 basalt. I've got 16 ancient debris. And right there is why you would want to bring a digital miner into the nether. You need netherite? Set one of these puppies up and then, you know, maybe force load the chunk and come back to it later. Bada bing, bada boom. You have everything of any trace of value that was in the mining volume. And I'm only mining out to 25 blocks. I think it'll go out to 64. It gets really ludicrous as to you know, the sort of thing you can do. In a previous mod pack with mechanism in it, I used it to create a base to build my high-end energy system in. You get the digital miner before you get to making antimatter. Yeah, mechanism tops out with making antimatter, and you use that to make the mecha suit. So yeah, you've got an Iron Man suit powered by antimatter. You're flying around in a miniature Enterprise or something. You know, like having a Starfleet, like having a Starfleet ship wrapped around you as armor. Pretty wild. Wilder still is what I'm wearing. This is quantum armor. This is the top end of the modern industrialization mod. It's infinite armor. There is no damage that can get through to me. I cannot be killed even by a Godsmite. It gives me creative flight without ever having to recharge it because it's tied into the quantum realm. Enables creative flight. Boom. The chest plate. That's the power of it. It gives you creative flight. The leggings and the boots are just infinite armor right now. I haven't even started with some of the stuff I could do with this. This is just so OP. Oh my God, is it wild? Getting to it is wild as well, let me tell you. Let's just see what's going on here. This thing, I've been yapping for a minute. We're down to about less than 5,000 here. I'm going to stop it here, and I'll come back to it later because I want to go look at some other stuff. And we've seen what the digital miner can do here. I've got 12,000 basalt. I've got 16 ancient debris, almost 500 nether quartz. And all I had to do was set up the machine in a place where it wouldn't get, lava rained on it or something. And then just, babysit it a bit. Let's pop off to the portal. Here is my portal. And we'll do the portal-y thing. Through the nether portal. Yep, boom. And we come out in a deep portion of my base. I've used one of the dungeons as a base. I went through and cleaned it out. Broke all the spawners and cleaned out the loot chests and resolved the traps and yada yada yada. At which point I had a care. Kaer, it's an Earth Dawn term. Earth Dawn, role-playing game. Cares are basically magical bomb shelters. The people of Earth Dawn foresaw a time when their world would impinge upon another and the horrors would return to the world. The horrors, well, their name's very descriptive. So they built magical bomb shelters. They burrowed down into rock and built sealed underground cities to live in for like 500 years while they waited for the horrors to satiate themselves on the plants and wildlife and hopefully go the fuck away. And of course, it didn't quite work out, and there's been all sorts of issues. And we're gonna bounce up here and come into the base from the back and just skip a few bits here. This is such a sweet, sweet place. I love having the frogs croaking in the background, and the dripping of water, and the wind sighing through the caves. The atmosphere is just fantastic. Whoops. Mage Bloom. Mage Bloom, part of Ars Nouveau. When mature, it produces a fiber. The fiber is used in lots of things, and so I have a nice little patch of it growing here. That's sorceberry. It just kind of boosts the ambient mana and gives me some berries to eat. It's not a big deal. That is spirit fire. That is an astral fire that we're seeing because I've done the work in occultism to open my third eye and can now see into the astral as well as the physical. What Shadowrun calls duo conscious. Looking at both the physical and the astral at the same time, you get a lot of extra stuff. And I can tell this is astral because it's weirdly purple. And also, if I walk through it, nothing happens. Although I am wearing quantum armor, which makes me immune to fire. I should point that out. Yeah, there is an AE2 system here, and I set it up as a storage bank. It doesn't actually go anywhere. I have a cable off of it that just goes to the charger, and then never needed it to go anywhere further. And at this point, it's holding a bunch of the one-off stuff and so forth, the odds and ends, because the main storage that I'm using is the occultism one, which we're going to get to. Yeah, the blast furnace is right out in the middle of the room. This is kind of a dwarven type of thing. You know, I have a thing about doing the whole dwarf living underground, yada yada yada. And this place, I didn't build the structure I'm in. This is essentially a dungeon, a generated dungeon that I just cleaned out and moved into, and it was so perfect. I love the architecture and the old stone, and looking up and having that all those glowberries and the spore flower on a moss ceiling. That is so cool to me. I just really like this sort of thing. And the fact that the vines have grown around my armor table. That's an alteration table, and that is used for working with the Ars Nouveau magical armor. I have a tier 3 sorcerer's outfit that does all sorts of neat stuff for me, but the quantum armor just, kind of walks away from it. And scribe's table for Ars Nouveau, and supplies for the scribe's table for making new glyphs. And of course, imbuement chambers, because you have imbuement chambers and you're constantly doing the thing here. You just put that away. Oh, that was a little thing, a little trick here. If I hit a hotkey here, my occultism inventory opens. 0.13% filled. The capacity on it is awe-inspiring. I've used 13% of the item types available. Now, I mean, my AE2 is also showing a nice pattern of usage here. Mind you, those are all 64K ME drives, but still, they max out at 63 item types per drive. I've just got a lot of stuff over in the occultism storage that was in the AE2. The AE2 was showing orange lights on a lot more of the drives because it'd run out of types on them. Occultism. I keep talking about it. Let's go have a look and see where... Well, we're not quite going to get there because it's downstairs, and we're going to talk about upstairs first. Oh yeah, I've been mooching banners from everywhere I've gone. I did not make any of these banners. They are all done by various mod developers, and I just thought they were cool and brought them home to put up here rather than leaving them, out where I found them. In abandoned dungeons and shit. Okay, that's the occultism storage system. That's the entire thing right there. like that AE2 system with sitting there looking like an old mainframe. This is the occultism storage system. It consists of a dimensional storage actuator and a dimensional storage matrix. The storage matrix holds all the stuff. That's the drives right there. These are stabilizers which act as amplifiers. Let me see, where is my Dictionary of Spirits? Here's my Dictionary of Spirits, and let us look at, that's the storage accessor. I need to look at, here we go. So you start off by making your storage actuator. It must be, you have to bind a Jenny into it. The spirit manages the storage dimension. And then you bind a foliant into it to do the work of moving items in and out. So you got two spirits, a low-grade spirit that does the physical grunt work of moving items in and out of the storage dimension, and a next-order spirit, second-order spirit that creates and manages the dimension. Now, it'll initially hold up to 128 types of items and a total of 256,000 items in total, which is a pretty good amount. But then you start doing this. Now, a Tier 1 stabilizer adds 64 item types and 500,000 items to the capacity. So if you have 5 of them, which is the max, one on each side and one on the top, you can't put one on the bottom. That's going to add up pretty well. It's a lot of items. It's a good amount of types. If you upgrade it to a Tier 2, each Tier 2 acts as 2 Tier 1s. So now you're getting 128 items per stabilizer and over 1 million items in the storage capacity. You see where this is going. The Tier 3 doubles again, 256 items and 2 million items capacity per stabilizer. And the Tier 4 doubles again. So, $2,560 types added with 5 Tier 4 stabilizers, and and 20 million items capacity. So yeah, this thing here is capable of storing 2,500 item types and over 20 million individual items. Now it gets better, because I have a storage accessor, a little thing, looks like a remote here. That little good deal is bound to this storage matrix, and I can open it with a hotkey, and it gives me access to my storage and a crafting matrix and my inventory, all like AE2, all this wonderful stuff, the usual stuff. It does have a smelting tab. I can do some stuff that I can do a little bit of heavier crafting in here if I want. The big deal. Oh, there's my Arcanist's armor from that I've got stashed, because it's got depths 3, which is a hell of a thing. Yeah, the Ars Nouveau armor does have some really powerful stuff to it if you want it. Just a matter of doing the magic. And by doing the magic, I have that storage accessor, and you saw me use it in the nether. It works across dimensions. There's no beacon. I have no beacon here. I have no upgrade installed. The storage accessor works with unlimited range and across dimensions out of the box. Bless you, occultism. Ah, just a fantastic storage system. Chinese glass from Chisel Reborn. Thought it looked nice in here. If I was going to put this thing in next to the kitchen, I wanted it to look nice. I mean, the storage system itself looks cool as hell, but yeah, the supports need to look nice as well. Let's make it decorative as well as functional. I think this is an important thing we've lost track of in Western culture, American culture especially. We've gotten almost Soviet brutalist, and we're all into the functionality and not so much into does it look nice while it's doing it. Kitchen, pretty bog standard blockhead farmer's delight kitchen. I mean, cabinets, refrigerator, overhead cabinets, spice rack, oven, fridge with a bunch of stuff in it. A couple of stoves for the cook pot and the skillet. Pretty, I mean, it's pretty bog standard. Building that thing required building a lot of other stuff. Let's go back and hit a room that we skipped here. Obvious what's going on in this room. Oh, that's a source relay. That'll move magical energy. Here we have our garden, and right now it's kind of full. And oh, those are all full. Woo! I need to take some of these down. Do I have any source jars handy? Let's look in here and see if I have any source jars. Source. There we go. I have 5 source jars. 5 empty source jars. Good. I'm going to put them down here and then go 1, 2, whoops, 3, shoot. I hate it when that happens. This pickaxe is a little overpowered. I really need to turn it down. I need to have a cheap one. In other game worlds, I've kept a unenchanted pickaxe for when I want more precision. Don't want to use the massive power tool. There we go. Let's get that set up, and we should see it go kapop. There we are. It immediately starts popping. 10%. Whoosh pop, whoosh pop. All right, got our magic going again. This is source. This is basically mana. Ars Nouveau calls it source, and you can store it in a jar as if it were a liquid. And that's an agronomic source link, which is capturing the mana that the plants generate as they grow. So as these plants grow, they generate mana. The agronomic source link captures it and sends it to a jar. Now there's a relay here that'll take from any of those jars and send it to this relay, and then on down the hallway to this distributor, which keeps these jars topped up for the enchanting apparatus. I've demonstrated the Ars Nouveau enchanting apparatus before. We don't need to go back through it. Yeah, this is kind of an interesting place. I've gone in and done a little modification here, but yeah, that goes up to the surface. That goes all the way up to a tower on the surface. That's the top entrance. The place is claimed. Let me bring that map back up here for a second, because this gets kind of, yeah, I've got a multi-level base here going with yeah, all sorts of stuff happening. I live in a care. I'm happy with this. The front entrance that I use to come in and out is right here, and again, this is generated structure. I just cleaned it out and moved in, and hey presto, I can take off with a boat or take off vertically with the flight suit. Um, that puts me into the Bumble zone, which is another thing entirely. There is a bee dimension, a whacking great beehive dimension, and I'm not sure I should go poking into that. Some people have phobias about bees, and maybe I shouldn't go poking into that right now. Let's go down here and look at what's down here, because there's a lot of stuff. We're going to look at a few things. Okay, we're going to go off this direction. Remember I said occultism required doing summoning, required binding yeah, welcome to Azivius Spectral Compulsion. This is a level 1 ritual space used for summoning and binding of foliots, the tier 1 entities. I'm not going to be using the names hence from here on. Only the first one. So this is Azivius. Once you get this laid out, that requires magical chalk, and the gold chalk is expensive to make. Never mind those spirit crystals. Holy Toledo! This stuff gets kind of resource intensive. Once all this is laid out, I really don't want to take it up and put down another one just to do a different thing. So, yeah, we have another room over here. Okay, this room has Strigior's Higher Binding. This is used for summoning and binding tier 2 entities. So I go over to Azivius and I make 4 tier 1 dimensional stabilizers, and I make the remote, which has a tier 1 entity in it, and I make the pedestal, which has a tier 1 entity in it. Then I come over here and I make the dimensional storage matrix, which has a tier 2 entity in it, and I take those 4 tier 1 stabilizers and I advance them to tier 2. You see where this is going? Where it's going is down the hall to where I have Severa's permanent confinement set up. This takes a bloody wither skull. I mean, that's a wither skull sitting there, and let's not talk about the purple chalk. Fortunately, the sacrificial bowls are cheap to make because it requires a bunch of them. Then come in here, and I have to summon and bind 4 tier 3 spirits in order to advance those tier 2 stabilizers to tier 3. Got that done, and we go down the hall yet again. This time we had to have 4 wither skulls and red chalk, and you don't want to know about the red chalk. Just trust me, this mod goes some fucked up places. And here I had to summon and bind 4 tier 4 entities to advance the stabilizers from tier 3 to tier 4. Once all that was done and I had gathered 5 wither skulls. Hello, quantum armor. Quantum armor. With quantum armor, you cannot be killed. And I have a quantum sword, and you'll notice it does infinite attack damage. It killed the Ender Dragon in 1 shot. Let me just leave that laying out there for a minute. Modern industrialization gave me armor that makes me invulnerable to blast damage, magic damage, fire damage, and poison, and a sword that can kill the Ender Dragon in one hit. Gathering the Wither Skulls was more tedious than anything else. Just having to chase the little fucker down and kill it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 4 ritual spaces, progressively more expensive. And finally, I have pretty much infinite storage available to me in any dimension. I can, if I go into the end, that storage accessor still works. I pop down to the nether, I can still get to my storage. I have a netherite backpack. It's empty. It's empty because I don't have such of a need for it anymore. This thing, okay, so Craftoria, there are servers for it. I got onto one of the servers and yeah, it didn't go so well. I've been playing peaceful mode too long and solo player and stuff, and I'm out of practice, and I got beat up pretty bad early on, and I'm still rethinking my strategy there. Let's head up and go see what's topside because I do have a little bit here. I'm not bothering trying to be secretive here. It's Minecraft. This area is claimed. That's not it. Well, it's not showing me the claim right on this map. But, yeah, I terraced my fruit trees. Very pleased with how that came out. These are the Croptopia fruit trees. And I've gone to a fair amount of trouble to have each and every one. It's actually went out and hunted them down. Took a while. Explored vast amounts of this world. There's a lot to Craftoria. I'm kind of bouncing through some of it here and not necessarily getting as deep into it as maybe you'd like. Let's see, which key was it? Trying to remember the hotkey here. Thought it was V, it's not. That's not it. Oh, there's the map I was looking for. That gets me into the FTB quest claims map, and yeah, that shows the claim that I've put out. That covers pretty much everything underground. It's a big place. Good morning, Adeline White. I'm doing all right. How are you? Welcome to Craftoria. Welcome to Minecraft. I'm poking through a mod pack here. Been kind of poodling around with occultism here. Just finished walking through the storage system. And we'll see how things go. Let's see. This is a really interesting mod pack. It gets into a lot. I mean, it's got Ars Nouveau and occultism, but then it's also got modern industrialization and mechanism, and is just Wowzers. I mean, modern industrialization, I never thought I'd meet anything more OP than mechanism. Modern industrialization is more OP than mechanism. I follow you and your 50 follower is complete. Woohoo! Thank you. Much appreciated. I have been at 49 followers for so long. Thank you. Welcome. Okay, so yeah. This is Craftor. This is my base. I've been poking around in it and kind of walking through some stuff, talking about the storage systems and some things about how occultism works. The spirit fire is used for a lot of purifications. Fire is a great purifier, you know. And so I keep a spirit fire burning here. Keep the spirit fires burning. Actually, let's see. It is almost the midpoint, and I am going to be switching over to Pixelmon very shortly. I think I've covered about as much about this mod pack as I really am going to right now. It's large. It goes in a lot of directions at once. It hmm, I think it could use. Okay, this is my personal opinion. Some people like non-linear mod packs. I like having a linear progression. I'm just one. It's just the way my brain is wired. I've found Craftoria a little overwhelming at times. Some of the visual organization has been a little confusing. The interface is a little busy for me. But then that's the way my brain is wired. Some people like all the extra goodies. And so that's pretty much the extent of that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put up a BRB screen while I change instances so that you have something to look at while I'm swapping out from Craftoria over to Pixelmon. So let me put the BRB screen up and do a save and quit to title. Where I'm from, I am from the United States. Beyond that, I've lived and worked in 14 different cities and 2 foreign countries over the past 40 years. And I'm currently living in Nashville, Tennessee, but I would not say I am from there. It's a place I'd like to be from in like the past tense. I'm not real thrilled with it, and not a good place. We'll be loading for a moment. I gotta wait for this to load. Pixelmon. We're going over to Pixel BCG. This is the Big Community Games Pixelmon mod pack and server. I've been on that server for quite a long time. I think I've got about the highest longevity title of anybody on the server right now. The title before your username is determined by your playtime on the server. And there's a progression. I'm in the next to last tier. There's I'll get a couple more plus signs after my title, and then I'll get the next title, and there are no titles after that. And I will have maxed out. I've said it before, if you give me a game that I can win by grinding at, I am so there. There we go. Okay, loaded. Multiplayer, Pixel BCG, encrypting. Heading on, you are from New York. I lived in New York for a while. I spent about a year bouncing around. I started out in couch surfing in Brooklyn, and then up to Queens, and then over to Washington Heights, and then ended up renting a room in the Bronx for 6 months before I moved upstate to join my family, who had moved into the Pine Bush area. Okay, give this just a moment here. This is still loading in. You're going to be hearing some sounds here. Yeah, I lived in the Bronx for about 6 months. Actually, really liked it there. Got real used to going over to Fordham for my shopping and such. Kind of miss going over to Fordham. And the botanical garden. Bronx Botanical Garden is just a wonderful, wonderful place. Loved it. Okay, let's see. I need to come back over to here and do this, but I'm going to have a black screen for just a heartbeat. There we go. Okay. Yeah, Pat Rat, I hear you. Welcome to the Pixelmon server. Who is online right now? I'm the only player on the server right now? That's astonishing. I travel a lot. My job has moved me. Like I said, I've worked in 14 different cities. I'm 61 years old, and I've been in IT for 40 years. So I've bounced around, mostly over the eastern part of the United States. I have spent some time in Singapore and in India. I have visited Denmark and the UK. It's been an experience. Okay, this is my base. Here's a familiar item. Oh good, my Wigglytuff is back from the breeder. I loaned my Wigglytuff out to a Pokemon breeder. We'll drop my Meowscarada back into the party, and let's go file Wigglytuff in box 29. That Onyx should get filed also. I'm not gonna be doing anything with him. There we go. Yeah, I'm a firm believer that people should travel more than 100 miles from their point of birth at least once in their life. Please, get away from your hometown, go and see somebody else. By the way, you do stream for fun or want to hit affiliate? I'm streaming mostly for fun. I've been streaming for a while. This is my 137th stream. And yeah, I'm doing it mostly because I like Minecraft and because I talk to myself while I'm playing the game anyway. I might as well talk to a microphone. Let's see. Capture. Let's get out of that. And have a look around here. That is a storage drawers system that I'm using to hold a bunch of my decorative stone. I do a lot of build work on this server nowadays. So I've got storage drawers handling that. I've got an AE2 here for my crafting components, and the AE2 system is up in the belfry here. I located the whole thing up in the top of the tower to get it out of the way, and then just ran a cable down. That wooden column there is actually an AE2 cable with cable facades over it. And then I have a wall of comms, because there's all that crap that does not stack. Do you have Instagram? I do not have Instagram. I don't have Facebook. I don't have Twitter or X, and I do not have Blue Sky. I am on the Fetty, and I'm here on Twitch. I have a very limited social media presence. This is deliberate on my part. Various workshop stuff. I mean, tables from the chipped mod and an ender chest up here where I've been keeping the materials I'm using for the dark ball gem and so forth. Let's walk out here past a bunch of stuff. What I did when I got onto this server was I claimed a village. Yes, there are Pokemon walking around. Welcome to the Pixelmon server. We have Pokemon. And so I claimed a village and moved in and just started remodeling as I saw fit. The good news being Dr. John here has a much nicer Poke Center to work in. He has an actual desk with cabinets and storage space. He has ceiling fans and better lighting, and I replaced the walls with decorative block and put a better entrance on the place. Spruced it up. You got to juice the place up. It should look nice. That's a shrine to St. Viticon, and that's a whole nother thing. But you have Discord, right? Yes, I am on Discord. I'm on far too many Discords. I have some opinions about Discord. I am on Discord, and I would suggest looking for me on the Pixel BCG Discord. If you want to find me on Discord, that is probably the best place to find me. This is the Berry Barn. Storage drawers. The storage drawers all have void upgrades so that they don't overflow, and copper pots to keep them full. And buried underneath the mats is a Tom's connector and cabling that turns this entire building into one big Tom's storage system. And here's the storage console here that shows me the contents of all the storage drawers, so I can get at all the berries right here. And then I have a bank of infusers for making various EV juices. I have a lot of demand for EV juices. I just sold a netherite backpack full of EV juices. Discord username is WBAndrew. Let's go see what I've been doing because I want to show this off. Oh my God, I want to show this off. Excuse me for being a show off. Oh, cool beans. The owner has Dr. Dirty actually owns this place. I'm doing a build for him. I've been brought in as his contractor. Dr. Dirty has put gym signs out front. Cool beans. All right, he's actually the gym leader's starting to take a hand in this. There is a pier for landing on. I'm going to extend it and add a few things, but that's the gym. That took a little while to build. Putting up the sphere itself, I used the plots modeler. I recommend the plots modeler if you're doing this sort of work. Let's see. Please type on chat whisper. I'm not going to jump over to Discord while I'm streaming. Sorry. I've got enough to handle with the Twitch chat and running OBS and running Minecraft. I've only got so much attentional bandwidth and so many screens to work with. So you'll excuse me if I don't go jump over to Twitch or over to Discord right now. Amazed that nobody else is on. This is kind of creepy. So, huge dark ball. That took a while. We go in, and here is the gym, the arena. It's still in build. Let me clear my screen, clear some stuff off my screen so we can see a little better. There we go. We'll just turn off the heads up for a little while. Interior of the dark ball. I decided I really wanted to leave it open rather than partitioning it off with walls and stuff as much as possible. It's still a job site, so yeah, my job equipment is still here. Job storage is still here. You come in and it divides the traffic into spectators and trainers. And if we're a trainer coming to challenge this gym, we get sent over here. I love the shoji pocket doors. There is a locker room. There is an opaque wall and ceiling to give the locker room area some privacy. You've got a PC and 2 healers right here, and a conference table for, let's see, this is my Discord username. Can you add me after the stream? Okay. Mia Sophia, it'll be after the stream. I'm kind of hyper-focused here, don't mind me. That back area there, I'm not sure quite what I'm going to do with it. It needs to be indicated as like a Mon ready area or something, but I'm not sure. And then again, if you're a trainer, well, you've got some stairs to climb. Some very fancy stairs. And that takes us up to the battle platform. Yes, that is bone block. Makes a creepy little sound when you walk on it. And you get to face the dark type gym leader up here on the battle platform, suspended by chains under the and lit by giant Imperius brought from the end. Wait until night hits. I may try turning the shaders on. That tends to choke my performance really badly. I'd love to be able to run this with shaders on, but I'm running all this from a laptop. You know, using a Lenovo IdeaPad that I got at Costco for about $400. The dining area. You come around here, and spectators, we cannot guarantee the safety of match spectators. If you go up those stairs to watch the match, you understand that there will be Pokemon on that platform throwing lightning bolts and fireballs and summoning meteors onto their enemies. And yeah, stray fire happens sometimes. That's kind of, well, let's walk up there because it's I kind of looked at like a hockey arena and put an armored glass barrier up between the seating and the match. But if you're sitting in this top row, there's not quite enough glass there. I'll leave it that way, just as a reminder. And no, there's no railings. Again, you want to go watch a Pokemon match? You just understand that there's some risk involved. Open air dining area in the middle, right under the combat platform. And yes, that is a fully functional kitchen. That's not just for decoration. There is actual food there. That's a shepherd's pie set out right there. Special of the day. Staff only. The reception desk is meant to be imposing. And if you get the visual reference that I've used for the reception desk, well, I mean, maybe you've been to Singapore or maybe you're Buddhist, but yeah, there's a visual reference here. Let me just say that when you walk in here, yes, you are in fact being judged. So yeah, I still need to put in the merch table. There needs to be a merch table or swag shop or souvenir stand or something. I'm going to put it here under the stairs so that it's right there. As you're going up, you can step aside and buy a t-shirt. You sent me a request. Cool. I will have a look at that at the top of the hour. I like to stay focused on the game I'm playing. Going to put a souvenir stand here. You need to be able to buy mugs and t-shirts and crap. You know, there's always a merch table. There needs to be a merch table. So I'm working on that. And then I need to close off this back area here. I'm not sure what I'm going to close it off with, but I need to close it off as the gym leader's personal area, their ready room or whatever they want to put in. And once it's closed off, I'm not going to put anything into that area. I'm going to leave it up to the gym leader who will be working here. I'm just going to provide the space. If they want me to bring in furniture, I have no problem with that, but I'm going to give them the option there. And of course, the gym leader doesn't have to climb stairs. They have an elevator. Now, if you win, if you beat the dark type gym leader and get the gym badge, you get to walk across the platform and out on the bridge out to here where there will be 3 Pokemon, one in each of these Manulan frames, and you will be able to select one of those 3 Pokemon to take with you. And then this frame will be displaying the gym badge. That's a clear frame. Once the gym badge is put into it, the frame itself will disappear, and you'll just see the gym badge hanging there against the stained glass block. The gym badge will be given to you by the gym leader. You won't take the gym badge from the frame. Oh, excuse me. Oh, hang it. Oh, let me go get the coffee here. Insufficient caffeination. Not quite on the elevator. There we go. So I need to enclose this, and I need to put a swag table over here. And in the meantime, I've also got a team of Mons, and I've got a couple of Mons that I'm training, so since I don't have an idea right off, I'm still thinking about the swag table. Do I want to do just a merch table, or do I want to do a full-on souvenir shop? I've done a souvenir shop. I did a swag shop at the club, and I've got a lot of materials available. Already built an awful lot of stuff. I've got stuff here. I want to use those shoji doors. I want to use the shoji doors. If I want to use the shoji doors, then I need to enclose in green. Okay. Starting to get a grasp of where this might go. I'm going to want tables out front and with the cheap stuff, and then the expensive stuff inside with the register. Which means I need to think about a register. Let's go. Oh, shoot. Yeah, those are there to see how they looked, and I'm not real thrilled with them, so I'm going to beat them up here. Pick these up. Nasty little buggers, aren't they? Stuff you might have seen in World War I there. Let's, oh, yep, wrong. Wrong mod pack. I'm reaching for my occultism. Let's see. By the way, your stream running quite smooth. Yeah, I have had a bunch of dropped frames, especially at the start. I'm still seeing an occasional dropped frame, but seems to be running pretty good right now. Settled in. I don't know what happened earlier. I've got a total of over 9,000 dropped frames in the past hour and a quarter. A little concerned about that. Isn't usually that rugged. Let's go to spawn and go beat up on some NPC trainers. That's what they're there for. Yep. Move my hand over to the right key. Okay, spawn. Wow, this is weird not having and seeing anybody on. Okay, these haven't reset yet. The Pokestops. Come back to them later. Let's head in here. And let's go beat up on the Karen. I have no problem beating up on this guy. The dialogue they gave him, he's a jerk. Let's get this started. No, I'm not expecting to battle. I'm expecting to stomp you and move on to the next guy. Pop goes your Gyarados. The Ferrothorn is annoying. I'm going to have to use electrical attacks on it because Bulldoze isn't going to work so well. And of course it pops out a Stealth Rock. Ooh, hiss. I don't plan on changing out anytime soon. Yeah, whatever. Now this one is vulnerable to Bulldoze. It's super effective. The heck is that? It is by caffeine alone that I set my mind in motion. It's by the beans of Java that the thoughts acquire speed, that the hands acquire shaking, and that the shaking becomes a warning. It is by caffeine alone that I set my mind in motion. And if you get the reference, well, most of my jokes these days are Hodgson's. That's just something I have to live with. Yeah. He loses, so he calls for security. What a Karen. What a maroon. Oh, Harriet. The only way Bugs Bunny in his early days could have been more queer is if he had used Polari. Let's see. Coulomb. Zip. Coulomb is my primary sparring mon. She's very good at it. The parabolic charge and bulldoze come in real handy. There goes the Dragonite. a Sylveon, who's not particularly vulnerable to electricity, but doesn't like it much. Moonblast comes back. Oh, ow. Leftovers. You're low enough. I'm going to throw a parabolic charge here, which will take down the Sylveon and also restore hit points. There we go. Problem with bug types, they're vulnerable to electricity. And Bullet Punch isn't going to do much. Rotom. Goodbye. Yeah. I'm sorry. I am so there with you. Oh. Arthritis is a thing, you know? It's just a... Arthritis is the crappy roommate that you can't get rid of and you have to live with whether you like it or not. And every day they encroach on your space just a little more. Now let's see. I'm going to have to switch out here from Coulomb to McTavish for my opener to take down Miranda. McTavish, my Stoutland, is a normal type mon with no normal moves. Play rough. Fairy type move against a dragon. Cup hop. So much for your Garchomp. This thing is annoying. Usually takes 2 Thunderbolts because McTavish is not an electrical type. Oh, that Scald. Oh, dang it, I got burned. Oh. That's going to eat at me for each round for a while here. Let's Thunderbolt the oh, dang it, the second Thunderbolt didn't take it down. I got to do something about that. Also, what's going on around me? Just roll in here. The camera on this is kind of arfed. Let's see. We'll Thunderbolt it one more time. There we go. Finally. Aegis Slash. Oh, this thing kind of sucks. This is usually where I have to... I'm going to Thunderbolt it. Uses a King's Shield. The Thunderbolt is not a contact move, and so does not screw my attack stat. That King's Shield has a nasty backlash. I'm only going to get one hit in on the on this. Crunch. I'll get this hit in, but then it's going to use Sacred Sword in return and knock out McTavish. That's okay. McTavish has already ripped through a couple of Miranda's mons. The big deal is that McTavish took down her Garchomp at the beginning. Getting that dragon down, the fairy move, is important. Otherwise, you got to get past that thing. Oh, I've still got... I'm going to try a crunch. Oh! Holy crap, I survived the sacred sword and was able to take the thing down. Holy carp. Alakazam is, well, if I can get a shot in on the Alakazam, depends. We'll see if I get the shot. Use Psychic. Oh, that knocked me out. All right. Well, McTavish only had a point or two. I'm going to send out Morello. Morello is an Obstagoon. Obstagoons are immune to psychic attacks. And is a dark type, so I get same type attack bonus for the Night Slash. And that wins the battle. I just imagine this Obstagoon kind of cocking his head to one side and looking at the Alakazam and going, "You're trying to do that brain thing, aren't you? You're making a face like you're really constipated." I mean, Obstagoon, let's face it, is, what if Lobo were a badger? You know an Obstagoon is going to be obnoxious and say inappropriate things. All right, there we go. That gets my Tinkaton and my Meowscarada trained up a ways. I really want to get this one. The Tinkaton is a little worker fairy with a really big hammer. This is a fairy / steel type, which is going to be tremendous against dragons, and I've got a dragon gem that I am after. And if I can get her up to level 100, yeah, well, it's going to be a thing. Gigaton Hammer looks like an awe-inspiring move. You just can't use it twice in a row. Let's see. Let's bounce over to the club and check it out. Make sure everything's going okay here. I haven't been to the club yet this morning. And I need to check it because I had a problem there for a bit. Somebody was stealing the photos off the walls and just generally being a kind of a pain in the ass. Check my stock. No love for the red. Only one person's bought a pink. Everybody wants a black badge case. Sold 5 of them. Yeah, this is the swag shop. It's basically your classic touristy souvenir shop type of place. You can buy Pikachu mugs and backpacks and cameras and basic stuff, your basic types of balls and badge cases. The more serious stuff is upstairs, and I need to go check the upstairs and see how things are going. Make sure that I haven't had anything torn up or anything. Pictures swiped off the walls. The mansion itself is claimed, but there's a weird thing about claims. The items in item frames can still be interacted with. And so, yeah, I had a little problem with that. I'm using clear item frames in some places. These are item shelves. I used item shelves to make the mantle and then put Pokeballs on the mantle. Yeah, there is a pedestal over here with the dragon head slowly rotating. Rower. Sideboard. Yes, you can actually take a cookie from that jar. Just have a look quick here. Daycare center, everything looks cool. Okay, pictures are still on the walls. Chapel. The chapel combines the Minecraft brewing stand faith with the Pokemon worship of Arceus. The battle disco. My spouse just shook her head and said, "You are such a goddamn nerd." And I'm like, "It's Pokemon, of course it's a battle disco." Snack bar. The snack bar is built a bit New Yorkish. It's actually got seating and not just the counter running down the wall, but it's built kind of like a dollar pizza place that I used to go to in Manhattan. I hope they're still there. They were a godsend. Hail Satan and pass the ammunition. They were terrific. Little Dollar Pizza Place in Manhattan, just half a block off of Broadway, tucked into a corner of a parking garage, about maybe 5-6 blocks south of Times Square. I was working at Iconics at the time. That's a company that went into the dumper shortly after they dumped me. They had a big problem with one of their senior people embezzling, and it's all in the news. You can look it up. The client went down hard out from under me, and that was a thing. But I was working at a place that was like 2 blocks south of Times Square. That was an adventure. And then about another 2-3 blocks south of me was this dollar pizza place, and being able to go get a couple of dollar slices for lunch was such a major thing. Saved me so much money living in New York. Oh, though they did a land office business, and it was one of those where you better know what you're doing. You get up to the front to the counter and you hold up fingers and you tell them how many slices, and you say here or to go, and you hand them the cash, and they hand you the pizza, and you get the fuck out, because there's 40 more people in line behind you, and they are running pizza through those big ovens as fast as it will cook. And it was not great pizza. It's dollar pizza. It's a dollar cheese slice. But for $1 for a cheese slice, it's hard to complain about it if it's edible and tastes even halfway decent. I mean, it's $1. $2 for a pair of cheese slices for lunch, and that was good. Okay, sushi bar. Uh-oh. Somebody been up here nipping at the sushi bar. I'm missing I got a missing frame here. I gotta fix that. I got an item frame missing. And a vacant spot on the conveyor belt there. Somebody came up here and had themselves some sushi. I'm not complaining about this. I just need to restock. Take care of that in a little bit. That's not a big deal. Hardly anybody goes up to the sushi Tabahote anyway. I need to go check the pro shop. Here's the museum. I have a dragon egg and 10 different fossils. It's a little bitty museum, but it's there. The Hall of Losers with the uniforms of all the villain teams available. Over here, I'm selling the various plates. I had to set them up out here because I ran out of room in the pro shop proper. Here is the pro shop. And the wall of ball, every kind of Pokeball available in the game with a couple of exceptions. I don't sell Master Balls, GS Balls, or Park Balls. Those are all Master Balls. The Park Balls and GS Balls are just the Master Ball with a reskin. So forget those. You ain't getting them. Okay, don't think I have anything to deliver. They look okay. Let me check stock. Quick balls are always ones. Oh, dang it. Need to buy a Premier Ball. Quick balls. Quick balls are one of the first to run out. Everybody loves a quick ball. Level balls I'm particularly fond of. Let's see. Repeat ball. Doing okay? Yeah, okay. We're doing okay on ball stock. Over here I have EV juices. Let's see if yeah, I'm really surprised. Oh, hey, Cindy Arrow's on. Cindy Arrow connect. Oh, lordy, back there. I wanted to stop here and look at cash registers and stuff. Shop equipment. This is Eradicate trying to start stuff. No? Okay, fine. Let's see. What all do I have here that might be useful? I know I've got a cash register or two. That's a blue one. I got a purple one or a green one. What have I got in here? Oh, hey, a dragon head. That could be useful. Got green. Got a green one. I'll grab two of the green ones. And leave that. Oh, hey, green enchanted hanging sign. Those are cool. I'm going to grab some of those out. Some extra green juice. Brungle fence, which I used for the posts. Very bright green. Not the right green to use in the gym, in the dark type gym. Those are lime chairs are too bright. Vending machine. Magenta daycare. Not going to put a daycare in the arena. Purple cash register. Purple couch. Bunch purple folding chairs. Those could be useful. I need to replace the bleacher chairs with the purple folding chairs. That's there. That's a thing that needs to be done. Don't see a purple vending machine or anything like that. I don't know if I can change the color of a vending machine. Purple vending machine. Yes, you can, in fact, re-dye a vending machine. Cool. Let us grab this red vending machine and drop a purple dye on it. And now I have a purple vending machine. And I hit a couple of others up here. Let me look up here. Where did I have another vending machine? There we go. Here's this lime one that lime one that I was a little uncertain about. And do I have regular old green dye? Yes, I do. Let's dye this one down to green from lime so that it'll fit the color scheme. Alrighty, fantastic. Let's see, what else have I got? Ooh, here's some warp tables. Those will be useful. Maybe let's bring them down. I could put my merch on them out front. Use these to put the merch on. Don't use these. The decorative top will distract from the merchandise item. Okay, I think I'm good there. Alrighty. Yeah, logged on to wait for a legendary to spawn. Alright. Got some stuff here. One of the things I came here for was to pick up some stuff to take to the work site. Let's take it out to the work site and up and over and first things first. I want to go up and whoops. Or shot and replace these chairs. These chairs need to be replaced. They don't work for me. This is supposed to be bleachers here. Big comfy chairs don't work. I had one drop all over. I'll go get it later. First, there we go. That looks more like bleachers. That was the specific word that the client used for the seating area. So I want to make sure, if nothing else, that I am meeting client expectations. There's the chair, the missing chair. Gotcha. I knew it was there somewhere. Alright, now I want to put the shop here. And I'm going to want it at least 3 blocks high, so it's going to have to go like there. Corner it there. What have I got? Got way too much crap here, and I need to turn this off. Guess who left the jetpack on and smashed into the wall? Boom. Here. What have I got that I'm going to use for the perimeter wall?
Bellsprout.
I don't know what stuff I can hang stuff on. Do I have a vertical slab capability? Look like it. Looks like all I've got is... Oops. Nope. There we go. Vertical slabs. Vertical slabs. Can do a lot of brick. No, that's not narrowing it down any further. Okay. Thought I could narrow down my search. Oh. Mossy dusk bricks. That's kind of interesting. I like that. What do I have to do to get mossy dusk bricks vertical slab? Stone cut dusk bricks. To get dusk bricks, I need black dye and regular bricks. Cool beans. I can do that. All right, we're going to go home and make some bricks. Drop into here. Let's see, this can go in there because I'm not going to use it. And I'm holding the rest of this stuff because it's potential. And I got a place to put that. Let me pop it into the backpack. just chuck all of this up into here into the backpack, get it out of my hot inventory so that I've got space to work. Now, dusk brick. Dusk brick. Dusk bricks. These. Make a stack, make a stack, make a stack. Do that. Pop those in, make dusk bricks. Take them to the stone cutter and mossy dusk brick tiles. No, that's not it. Mossy dusk bricks vertical slab. Go. Alrighty. Have that for a building material. What am I using? I'm using trapdoor. I'm using crimson for the trapdoor. Crimson trapdoor for the top. So I need more of that, don't I? Let's have a quick look over here. Any crimson trapdoor in there? No. Used it all up. This will be the grate. I don't need any of the fancy crimson trapdoor. I don't see a need. I don't know. I've already been using the barn. Get that to make crimson glass trapdoor. Takes a lot of crimson to make the trapdoor. Using it already. All right, I'm kind of stuck. All right, hold on. Let me make make some of this. What's that? I mean, I kind of locked myself into an aesthetic here. Some planks, stack, barn. There we go. 46 of those, so I have roofing for it. I have the shoji doors already. Oop. Here, somebody joined in. Andel Kamich. Don't know Andel Kamich very well. Don't know this person. There's a lot of people on the server. Okay, it has to go here. Putting it on the far side of where I'm standing. Okay. Oh, I'm about to lose my client. Okay, that happens sometimes. Let's go to the BRB here. And... oh, exit code 9. I had a Java memory overflow. Something happened with Chisel there. All right, relaunching, going to be a minute. And of course, create has to not load correctly. Trying again. I feel like I should have the Jeopardy theme playing or something here. I mean, I could let you watch the log as this thing is loading, but I'm not sure how exciting that would be. We were in the freezing data section. There we go. Running post reload tasks. Game took 85 seconds to start. Let's see where we are now. Multiplayer. Pixel BCG. And now it will take approximately 30 seconds to load into the world because I have to reload EMI when I get in. It'll take a minute. Wait. Let's go on and pop over to the game screen so that you can enjoy the experience with me of looking at a screen full of dirt. Well, theoretically, we're joining the world. There's something. Okay. Give it a minute. It's not responding to keyboard commands yet. You watch that torch flame and see that it stalls every now and then. I carry the torch in my left hand partly to I'm waiting for it to get moving steadily. We're still loading in EMI reload. It takes, like I said, about 30 seconds. Hopefully it'll unfreeze at some point. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Finally moved. All right, get that dealt with, get the interface set the way I want it. Okay. Pick up this piece, knock that guy down, and pick up, and come around to here, and wanting it in this square here. Let's take this and go that. I put it in the right place? Yes. Okay, cool. All right. There we go. Nope. That's not it. Oops. Come on, me. That's operator error. All right. And then on the front, I'm going to put it. Oops, no, I'm not. Come over to here and go. Damn it. Not where it was supposed to go. Come on. There. Stop and think about this. Where that needs to go. Oh, hush. Oh, bother. Okay, hold on. Let's see. What if I do that? There we go. Got it figured. Got it sussed. Easy there. I thought I had the throttle set down. My throttle. No, that's the hover. That's not it. That's it. Set my throttle down to 60%. There we go. That's better. Much better. Alright, now this has to be put on from inside. I'm going to leave, I don't want to leave a lot of this open here. Impidimp. Of course it has to make a childish rude noise to sort of mon it is. Let's see, is this... Okay. Oh, shoot. That's not what I'm doing at all. And of course it became a block, and there. Okay, that should be all of those. First time I've used these in this sort of work here, in this sort of build. Even at 60%, this is being a little tricky here. Alright, let's land this thing and shoot it from down here. That's going to overhang a little, which is cool. I'm fine with that. No. Oops. Right, you gotta land. And sneak. Well, I see by the clock on my taskbar that it has come around to that time. We are at the top of the hour, and I'm going to finish what I'm doing and run over a minute. Bugger it all. I'm not done here. Let's see. This doesn't want to go there because that's there. Ha. One way. Yeah, don't seem to be able to close that up. That's kind of annoying. Oh well. Maybe I'll put another Scoria slab on that to push it in. Alrighty, so we got the basics done here. This thing. Yes, it's garish. It's a souvenir stand. It's a merch stall. So, yeah, it's going to be loud, and it's also going to have, running over just a second here, because by gosh, by golly, I'm going to get the shoji doors in. I hope this works. I really hope this works. Okay, so. Ooh. Oh, that's bad. Ooh. That's a little hard on the eye there. I don't know about that. I mean, it looks cool from here, but from here it's kind of fugly. I wonder if I need to put a couple more. What happens? Can I? Probably not. Make that. I need to make that block is what I need to do. Yeah, that's kind of fugly. Those two and those two need to be replaced with block. Okay, get to that. I will get to that. But we've reached the top of the hour. We've gone shooting past it by 4 minutes. And I need to wrap up because my stream time is done. It has been fun. It has been interesting, I hope. I've walked through a fair amount of stuff here that you can do in Minecraft. If you have enjoyed this stream, my VODs are on YouTube at the URL at the bottom of the screen on the bottom right. I will be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel at 8 a.m. UTC-6 with more Minecraft. And I will be back tomorrow night, Sunday night, 8:30 p.m. American Central Time, UTC-6, with Roots of Pacha, which is a cozy farm and romantic dating sim in which a Neolithic people invent agriculture and everybody dates everybody. It's a thing. If you are interested in this sort of thing, I am part of a group, Truck Community Streamers. Our schedule is in the upper left of your screen at the moment. Check it out. Stuff going on most evenings, some days. I'm about to check and see. Let's hit raid and see if Willow is available. Willow's had some health issues lately, and it looks like. Why am I not seeing? Yeah, I'm not seeing her. So, we're going to close out here. It has been fun. It has been, for me at least. And hopefully it's been enjoyable for you. And we'll see you next